Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in once again. If you're new here, my name is Olamide and I'm from Nigeria, the western part of Nigeria. I don't know why I'm so excited. So guys, today I woke up and I figured it rained. And it just made me remember growing up in Nigeria. By this time, like this, when it's raining, you see all those akara women selling akara by the roadside. Those people don't used to have a shop, so they just stay in front of someone and sell their akara. So anyways, growing up in Nigeria for me was fun. I grew up in a Yoruba household because my parents are Yoruba, so definitely I am Yoruba. And I just remember all the games we used to play when I was small. Then there was no laptops and phones. Okay, there were laptops and phones, but it was not as rampant as now. Not like now that almost every child has a gadget at home. Then you have to invent your own games. So I often played games like Sway. I was good in Sway. I was good in Sway. And then we played 10-10, we played Boju Boju, I played Cashew, I played Rubber Ring. We didn't call it Rubber Band, it was Rubber Ring. And then for that Rubber Ring game, the longest rubber band or the highest amount of rubber bands or rubber rings you have shows how well you know how to play the game. I played Mango, I played hide and seek, I played catapult, I played tire. Like I feel like I played all the games. Okay, I played football too. This football, then we used to call it OC. And then we used to call another type of football skull and keep. So growing up in Nigeria, basically, like, as my dad used to say, my dad would always say that a child's only work is to go to school and read your books. So from Monday to Friday, no TV in the house, but we always read. My dad would always say that we should read. Even if you've been reading since morning and you just decided to play for 2 minutes, if my dad just sees you, he will be like, "Come on, go carry your book and read." And then I was punished a lot when I was little because of course I am stubborn. So we'll go to school in the morning and come back in the evening. While coming back from school, you buy yogurt, and not original yogurt though, like fake type of yogurt. This one they've already put it inside packet. We used to call the packet nylon. So they'll put it inside packets, and then you buy yogurt and awara, or yogurt and buns, or yogurt and okpa. Oh my goodness, yogurt and okpa was the best. It was the best like snack you could eat when you're coming back from school. And I remember my mom would always complain that I don't eat, because I would eat all those nonsense in school. I would eat yogurt and okpa, yogurt and biscuits and all those stuffs, and she would complain because when I get back home I won't be able to eat like food. And she will keep complaining and shouting that I don't eat. If I'm not careful, she'll stop giving me money to school and everything. But still, I will still eat it and buy all those stuffs. And then I remember the traffic when you're going to school in the morning. I lived quite far from school, so I always had to wake up very early in the morning, like around 5 a.m. in the morning, to go to school, so that I'll be able to beat the traffic. My dear, waking up that early, it was not nice. The cold, especially during Harmattan, oh my god, I did not like it at all. I mean, I like to sleep a lot. I like sleeping, so it was always very difficult for me to wake up. I remember my dad would always shout in the morning that we'll be late for school. But still, it's either we're still rushing our breakfast or something. And then Like when it's cold like this, people will always take tea, not tea, oh, not the tea they call here tea, like our own tea back home. When you tell somebody you're taking tea, what you mean or what they understand you saying is that you're taking Milo or Bonvita with milk and sugar, not Lipton tea or green tea or strawberry tea. It's Milo, Bonvita, and sugar, and then you take like bread. Ah, oh my goodness, all those kind of soft bread that when you just cut it like this, like you'll be seeing how soft it is. Like you just, oh my god, like you, when you open it and then you put butter in the middle or mayonnaise, or if you're using like beans, oh my god, that was life. Or you now put akara, like very hot akara you just went to buy from the woman that is selling akara down the street. Ah, breakfast is complete. And then, okay, the sad part is, remember all the punishments. My mom especially is not somebody that beats children. She doesn't like beating children because she feels that she's wasting her energy. So she would rather punish you or give you one tough punishment like that. Her best punishment was picking. I can still remember what I did that made her beat me. Okay, back in school, in secondary school, we always had this social week. It was always like a week after exams where it was meant for students to kind of party. Yes, that's what we called it, party, and just show that their social skills. So if you could sing, if you could dance, if you could maybe say a poem or something, or act drama, and that was what goes on during that week. So my mom usually makes my hair for school on Sundays or Saturdays, mostly on Sundays. So I remember that Sunday she was making my hair, and the Monday that after that Sunday was the social week. And then she was asking me, because they call me Mary at home, and then she was asking me, she was like, Mary, are you sure I should make this hair and you would not lose it tomorrow? When is your social week? I was like, my social week is this week, but I won't lose the hair until Wednesday because I was to dance in school and it was scheduled for Wednesday. So I told her that she should not worry, I would not lose the hair. She was like, this one that I'm making your hair, I hope you would not lose it. I told her not to worry, that I won't lose it. So I went to school the next morning on Monday, and when I got to school, I was told that the dance which I was supposed to partake in has been moved to Monday instead of Wednesday. She ain't gonna change. Okay, I was like, okay, it's no problem. I've already promised my mom that I was not going to lose this hair. So I went to look for one girl like that. I cannot forget that girl's name. She disappointed me. My name was not Amaka anyways. So I begged her and she told me that she was going to make my hair if I lose this. So I loosened my hair. After the dance, I went to meet her again and I was like, you said you were going to help me make my hair. And she started giving me excuses. Oh my god. Are you normal? Are you normal? And I started begging her, please now make my hair for me. You said you were going to make my hair. And she was like, no, I have to go home. My parents are expecting me at home and stuff like that. And then she ended up not making my hair. I took my hair like that home. And the way our house is, like, my mom was sitting in the veranda. So immediately I opened the gate. She just cited me. In my mind, I was already like, okay, if I explain to her, she won't beat me. Highest, I'll just pick pin. You know, that pick pin is when you put one of your fingers on the floor, your second hand at your back, and you raise one of your legs up, and you must not shake or change your legs. And mostly my mom could tell you to do it for 30 minutes or until she's tired, you know, of seeing you there in that position. So when I entered, my mom just looked at me, and then she entered the house into the sitting room, and she sat down there. And there's a place in our house, like a passage. If you sit there, the person who is coming in, going into the rooms, must pass that place. So she sat down there, and then when I was about going into the room, she was like, I told you not to lose your hair. What happened? And I started explaining, mommy, the dance I was supposed to do on Wednesday was moved till today, and I had to lose the hair. She didn't even allow me finish my statement, because I was going to explain to her that the girl who was supposed to make my hair did not make it. The first thing she did was to carry her slippers. She stoned me. Then I started running around. I ran into the kitchen, and then I was going into the dining. My dad was around, so he came from the sitting room into the dining, so I could not move from the dining into the sitting room. My dad usually, sometimes intercedes on our behalf when my mom beats us, but my mom doesn't do that. Anytime my dad is beating us, my mom would just keep quiet. She would not even like try to say, Emma, no more, don't beat her again, it's okay, something like that. So my mom caught up with me in the dining, and she beat the hell out of my body. Like, I cannot forget that beating. I cannot. In fact, I don't know what to say. She beat me with everything that she found within her reach. Like everything, her slippers, the books, everything. Because sometimes I read in the dining room, so I usually leave some of my books there. She beat me with the books there. Anything she could just lay her hands on. And when she was done, she now told me to pick pin again. Can you imagine? That was it. That's the day like I can never forget. I remember another day, this time it was my dad who beat me. My dad usually don't beat, except when you have really offended him, like to his bone marrow. And my dad uses the head of the belt to beat someone. He doesn't use like the normal belt side though. My dad used to have koboko at home, but it was my grandmom. When my grandmom came over to the house, she told my dad to throw the koboko away, that it's not good to be beating children with koboko because they're not animals and all those stuff. So my dad resorted to belts, and not normal belt, but belt head. So that day, what did I even do? Oh, that day, now that I even think about it, it's funny because I actually took my bags and said I was going to leave the house that day. So normally in school, sometimes the teachers don't teach. Not like they don't teach, but if they teach one class, and probably if they miss your class, because we usually have class from like A to D, or sometimes A to E. So that day, the teacher had taught just 2A to B, and I was in C class, so she didn't come to teach our class. So she only came that day, and it was French. Oh, can you imagine? It was French. She only came and she was like, we should go and collect notes from the other class to copy notes. So I did not collect notes now, as a stubborn child I am. And mostly those times in secondary school, in fact, all those people now, where are they? Like, you ask them for their notes and they'll start telling you no, they cannot borrow you their notes and all those kind of things. Those stingy people then in school, they will refuse to give you their notes to copy. So unfortunately, I did not get any notes to copy. And then it was time for exams. So I left like the pages of the missed class, the missed notes I did not write. I left the pages empty, blank. So there were about 3 or 4 pages. And then I had like the exam tomorrow. So my mom was revising with me, and then she opened it 1, 2, 3, and then the missed pages I did not write 1, 2, 3. And then she asked me, what happened here? And I explained to her the teacher did not come, and then the teacher asked me to go and borrow notes, but nobody accepted to give me their notes. Nobody agreed to give me notes, so I could not copy it. She was like, okay, so what would you read for tomorrow? I was like, mommy, it's French now, don't worry, that kind of thing. I don't know, but I think that Nigerian parents are very keen on education. Like everything that concerns education, whether it's how to study the head of a mouse or something like that, they're always interested. So she complained to my dad, and she was like, ẹ wo note tí ọmọ yín fẹ́ kà fún exam lọ́la, like see the notes your child wants to read for the exam tomorrow. That's the literal translation. And then my dad looked at the notes and he was like, okay, go and read. And he threw the notes towards me, but it was very close to him, so there was no way I was going to pick the notes without coming really close to him. So I just said, let me just bend down. No, let me just bend down to pick the notes. The way my dad grabbed me from my neck, my dad just grabbed me from my neck and beat me, like he beat the demon out of me that night with the head of the belt, and he even gave me some injuries. Like up to now, sometimes I still show him and be like, daddy, shey you see that day because of French note, or because of French notes. Like I think when I was a child, I was really, really stubborn. And Nigeria is just fun generally to grow up in. I don't know how growing up in your country was. Please leave comments below. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.